Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, August 13th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, Cony, Nvidia, Misti, Simcy, and PLTY. Why does this screen look all freaking weird? Well, listen, it's office day. As you know, office day, I have to pre-record to get this done early. And I don't trust the phone anymore. So I brought the laptop in the garage, got it all set up. So I'm recording my screen on the laptop in hopes that this can launch on time, right? 6:30 a.m. That's the goal, right? So I was supposed to start at 5. Here we are, at 5:13? Close enough, right? All right, so let's get to it. Just looking at the pre-market for strategy, it is up 0.66%. So again, just kind of chilling out. It's all right. But now let's get to the trades. Let's see who had trades yesterday. Again, we're always gonna start with Misti, because we are the Misti Mafia after all, right? At least most of us still are. All right. So what did they do? Again, feel free to leave feedback on the view. I'm not using 200% when I'm on the laptop. 150 should be sufficient, but feedback is always welcome. 200, I don't even think I'd be scrolling everywhere. That's the problem. All right, so let's see here. We have a buy to close 103. So, obviously paying $1.03, we're pretty much, we know that's a win. Okay, so they closed out a position early within the same week, right? What they do with the 1500? Well, I guess well, it wasn't an exact reopen. They reopened down here, and they did open one there. So they opened 500 there, 2500 there, 5000 there, and they closed 1500 and 10,500. If that makes sense. All right. But overall, winning trades, because you can see the 10,500, they paid $1.19 per share, for 22.50. Now, they didn't roll them up, they rolled them down, right? Because these strike prices were rather high, 422.50, 422.50. They rolled them down, well, some of the contracts down to a 402.50. I don't know why they opened this 422.50, to be honest, in the same day. Again, I don't know what MSTR was doing throughout the day. There could have been rhyme or reason for that, but in the end, the real opening was a 402.50 and a 405. All right. Anyway, let's get to the Misti file and go from here. And hopefully no spiders or moths come, because I'm like trapped behind a little food tray here. But the moth may win if he gets me now. All right, so let's go right to the weeklies, because again, I'm going to skip through the synthetic tabs. They did nothing with the synthetics. They did not add. They did not remove from the synthetics, so no reason to cover that. So we're just going to go right here. This is where all the action happens anyway. MSTR for yesterday. How you doing? Well, they went down 1.46%. Misti did not go down as much. They only went down 1.03%. So I'll take it. All right. So anyway, what else? Oh yeah, the IV. The IV did change. It went from 53.14% to 52.03%. All right. So it went down. And then if we look up here, today's 30-day IV is 51%, and even worse, the 7-day IV is 49. So again, man, the IV is just a true struggle, and it is what it is. I guess we just got to set our expectations. We're in the 50 range. We're in the 50 range until something crazy happens. But Bitcoin's becoming just chill. It's just a chill fund. It's not as volatile as it used to be, I guess. So maybe 100% IVs are a thing of the past. Something to consider. All right, so let's look at what they did yesterday. They sold a call. They got 30 cents on this sucker. They made about, it was a 450 strike. I mean, they made 165,000, but again, for the insurance play, they had to pay 1.1 mil. So in the end, that trade lost 990,000. Take that for what it's worth. Again, these are insurance plays, which in the end are just a small, expense, which is, a fraction of what credit they get on the sold call. All right, here's another call that they sold. No, I'm sorry. Here's a call that they closed, the 422.50. Sorry, I'm not used to presenting on the laptop here. Usually I got the mouse, I got the, whatever. But they won this trade. They paid what, 154,000 to close that one, and they made 544,000 overall net profit on that trade. That's good. And here's another call that they sold. They got 30 cents per share, made 45,000 in the process, but again, overall net loss on that transaction. And then we go down here, more 422.50s. Again, you could see they paid $1.19 to close it, but it only cost, the credit they got was 512 and 435. So obviously, this was cheap to close, considering, and it was a net profit of 982,000 plus 790,000. So show me the freaking money up in her. All right, so let's keep going. We got another 422.50. They paid $1.19, but look at that credit, man. 608. Cha-ching. How much was that win? Again, profit 2.4 mil. Yeah, it's working out, man. We're trading just kind of sideways a little bit, it seems, and covered call strategies working out good. What do we got here? This was the one that I was kind of like, what the hell is this? 500 contracts. They sold a call for 422.50 yesterday, and they closed it. They actually lost money on this trade. They got a credit of $1.03. They paid no 119 to close it. Maybe they didn't mean to choose that strike price. I don't know, man. I don't know. But in the end, they lost $8,000, which really, I mean, to be honest, who gives a crap? But still, I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe someone else can. Hint, hint. All right. So what about these two 2,500 contracts? Again, these are the new ones that they opened. So hopefully they work out. They're what, 2% out of the money. I know we only have 3 trading days, but damn. All right. How much did we net? How much credit did we get up front though? We got 3.6 million if we win these trades, right? Are we going to win these trades? I don't freaking know. You be the judge. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. All right, so outstanding shares, they actually went down. They went down by 1.3 mil. So people selling that Misti. Maybe they're jumping on Ulti. Maybe they're paying their bills. Maybe, I don't know, but they're leaving the Misti Mafia. I don't know what's up with that, man. What's up with that? All right. So anyway, here's the recap. Misti price 1919. MSTR price 394.39. 30-day IV 51%. 7-day forward IV 49%. Outstanding shares 293 mil. Total net income 33 mil. Again, I'm trying to talk loud because I feel like I'm higher than I'm usually are against the laptop. So I'm hoping the audio works out. Good Lord, if it doesn't, oh man. But yeah, there will be no redo. All right, so we say? We said total net income 33 mil, total distribution 12 cents, total daily income penny, total daily yield 0.04%. And if you annualize that sucker, 14%, baby. Yeah, not really, but hey, whatever, man. At least we're in the positive, brah. All right, so now we're going to go to this tab. What's going on here? Well, again, this is some of the MSTR funds. There's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of competition out there. A lot of companies, they want a piece of the Misti action. So anyway, let's see how they did yesterday. Again, MSTR, they went down 1.46%. This is from close the previous day to the close yesterday, of course. Misti, as we said, they went down 1.03%. Okay, great. Winter went up a lot. Winter went up 1.65%. Man, not bad at all, Winter. Good work, buddy. Good work. I mean, that's really good, actually. I'm not kidding there. All right, so how about IMST? IMST went down less than Misti. So good job, IMST. You only went down 1.01%. Sucker. All right, MST, they went down 2.63%. But again, leverage play. MS2, they went down 1.42%. Again, they got a little leverage too. Plus, yesterday was their ex-dividend date. But again, I do add the distribution back in order to not, have an unfair calculation. MSTW, they went down 1.43%. But again, leverage play. IMST is the winner. So congratulations. All right, reaction. What do we got? Well, big shout out and big thank you to Mike Coe. You guys may know him. His face was always on CNBC, right? Options Action, Fast Trades, I think, was another show. So he was kind enough. Him and Jay joined my, a live stream with me yesterday. Big announcement. He's with YieldMax now, YieldMax strategist. But I just wanted to take the time out real quick to give him another thank you, to be willing to come on my channel. Because again, this is he's a known figure, right? Who the hell am I? Some scrub recording in a garage, and yet he's going on my channel as part of the announcement of, being the YieldMax strategist, joining Jay and Mike and all them. So it's crazy, just crazy, man. So I am appreciative. So I wanted to take a moment to appreciate that because, it's crazy. Crazy, man. All right. So anyway, Group D, when do they declare? 14 days on August 27th. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? We got to get on that dividend call, by the way. I'm not sure if you saw the video. A lot of talk about that dividend call. Got to find out the link to that. I'm kidding, obviously. Anyway, synthetic income, what do we got? We got 51.9 mil. Obviously, no change. Weekly income, though, 33 mil. Total net income so far during this 4-week payment cycle, they made 85 mil. And the net income per share, 29 cents per share. Is that good? I mean, whatever. It's not good enough. I know, we're greedy. We want more. We want more. All right, what does the Rodometer say? Rodometer says, okay, the weeklies are generating what? 12 cents? That's 8% yield. Yeah, not going to work. Extrinsic income alone, 56 cents, 38% yield. Not really, not enough. Total net income we talked about would be 29 cents, 20% yield. And then we look at the IVs. The IVs 30-day is actually higher than the 7-day, but the IVs would vary from 73 cents to 76 cents. So again, we got to get used to, man. We're going to get paid under $1 at some point. So, people are going to be pissed, and they are. But what do you want? Like, I think if we get just paid even just $1, 90 cents, I don't know. But we'll see. Right now, it's not looking too fantastic to get over $1. But hey, we'll see, man. Things could change, but I don't, do you care? I'm sure you care, but it's still, it's a wonderful fund. It's still trading basically at the launch price, and it's still paying you some freaking bank, bro. Bank, bro. Remember, look at this. People crying. Just think about people crying over a 50% yield. Just sit back and think about that, though, for real. Like, and then go back like 2-3 years. Could you imagine? We couldn't have imagined anything yielding that. All right. So anyway, let's look at the Misti holdings. How you doing? Well, they got a lot of synthetics. What's MSTR price? 394. How this synthetics doing? The 395 is at the money. The 390, 385, and 375 are doing all right, right? But the 410, she's borderline gold digger. Take my money. All right. So, but we won't sing the whole song. Don't worry. We ain't singing. Maybe. Well, not yet. What about the calls? Again, covered call strategy. These covered calls, in case you were wondering, they all expire Friday. Today's August 13th. They expire Friday, August 15th. They have today, Thursday, Friday, 3 trading days. If MSTR stays below 402.50, then these are going to cost super duper cheap, right? To close out. How much do they cost today? Are you wondering? Well, let's see. 448 is the first one. Obviously, the lowest is going to be the more expensive. Then 373, 315. The highest strike is 122, right? Which, that's pretty still expensive, right? They're not going to close this one for 448, right? Obviously, that's still too expensive. There's a lot of time value still in there. Even though this is 2% out of the money, there is time value, right? For the risk. They're not going to close them out. They're going to hope that, MSTR maybe just chills. Maybe, okay, go up to 400 if you want. But that's it, brother. Don't go up anymore, please. Please. And then next week can go up a little more. But again, they do scatter for that reason. So it really doesn't matter, right? If it goes up to 410, all right, we'll be cappity doo-dah here. But these will be if you get what I'm saying. All right. All right. So that's the update on the covered calls. And we'll scroll down to the bottom. How you doing? What is the total net asset value? The assets under management, 5.6 billion. Okay, fantastic. What's the NAV? 1921. What's the closing trade price? 1919. 2-cent gap. All right, whatever. All right, then synthetic on paper. If I net them all together, if you're curious, 12 cents. Whoopie freaking do. Okay, so on paper, nothing to get too excited about. Synthetic contracts, they total 143,915. They are selling covered calls on 89,790. That's 62% of the synthetic. So again, that other, you know what? Let me double check my math. You never know, man. Okay, I did highlight the oh wait, crap, I messed up. Sell call in blue. Whoops. Yeah, I missed that. Damn. See, man, you can't trust yourself. All right, so now it goes down to 21. So obviously a little more because I knew something did not look right there. All right, so we'll do that and we'll do this. And then obviously create a call spread does not start at 21 anymore. It starts at 22. So we'll fix that. Okay. Correction. They're selling covered calls on 104,000 of them. That's 72%. So what is uncappity duda? You know, about 27% or so, right? So, you know, cool, bro. We'll see how it goes. Credit call spread, 19% of that 72%. All right, so that's the update on Misti. We'll just check out these other suckers here. IMST, how you doing? Well, they added a new position, it looks like, a 9/19 expiration. Again, they do something different. They sell calls further dated sometimes. And, you know, not all the time, but sometimes. You can see they're going a freaking month out, over a month out. What strike? 450, 14% out of the money. So we'll see how that works out. But they in red, all these suckers here, they expire Friday. 2, 3, 6, 15, 19% out of the money. So they're all over the place. That is a true scatter-doo. All right. So, and what percent of covered calls are they selling? Well, look at this. All of them. I mean, damn. So they said, we all in, son. So they're selling covered calls on the full synthetic position. All right, that's cool. That's fine. All right, let's move on. How you doing, MS2? MS2. Well, let's see. Let's go up here. What do they got? Again, they got the synthetic. Yeah, that's great. And they're selling calls on half of it. All right. What's their strike? 410, 3.97% out of the money. Friday expiration. Okay. This looks fine. It's all good. Nothing new, nothing crazy. MST. Again, I cover their holdings on the weekend, but I think they declared yesterday. They did declare 21 cents, which is an 87% yield. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Again, this fund is a little nuts. Like this is like the crazy child at home, right? Because look at it. Just look at the holdings, and you're like, oh my god, what the heck? They got swaps, they got this, they got that. So it's a pretty cool fund, though, if you think about it. Very, very active. MSTW, no swappity doodah yet still. So, nothing to really report here. So nice and boring, which I like, believe me, I like, because it saves me time. All right. So that's the end of the Misti coverage. All right. So now we will move on to the other suckers. All right. So let me just check StreamYard. Shows. Okay. So it's still recording, 18 minutes in. All right. Good. Again, I don't want to be talking to myself. That would be a problem. All right. So let's go to TSLY. Did they have trades? Right. T comes after S. That's what they told us. Right. All right. So there is no TSLY trades, but that's okay. We'll still cover TSLY. All right. There's still TSLY holders out there. Right. Are you there? Can I see you? Where are you? All right. Anyway, how did Tesla do yesterday? They were up, right? They were up a decent amount, actually. And then they ended up only being up 0.53%, I guess. So, wow. That's from close to close again. And look at this. TSLY whooping that ass. TSLY went up 0.63%. So, what's up, son? I mean, that's freaking awesome. That's a good day. That is a really good day for TSLY. I know TSLY gets beat up all the time, so we got to appreciate the good days for TSLY, right? How's their synthetic doing? Well, they got a 290. They got a 295. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't sing it. Bring it, son. Look at Tesla price, 340. So I can't wait to see what that's worth per share. But before we get to that, how are their covered calls doing? Are they capped? Are they cappity freaking doodah? Yes, they are on two of them. There's two strikes, the 337.50, the 340, 0.98% and 0.25% in the money. But it's okay. They are, you know it, scudder-doo. So they have others that are 0.49% all the way up to 4.15% out of the money. So that's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. And of course, they have the credit call spread overall. They did buy some long calls, insurance protection, as they say. Will they need it? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know, but they have that for a reason, right? Oh yeah, got my water bottle. Let me take a sip. Oh man. So let's what's the value of TSLY? 1.1 bill. All right, whatever. The NAV is 790, trade price 790. Okay, great. Now here we go. Synthetic on the paper, 180 mil. Bam! 121 per share. Where you at? Yeah. That's a lot, man. Look at this. It's a freaking $7 fund. $1.21 per share. That's amazing. All right, let's check out these IVs. Tesla IV, 30-day IV, 44%, 7-day IV, 49%. All right, that's fine. IV estimate, again, we're looking at 27 cents to 30 cents. I mean, ew, bro. But look at their synthetic, though. I mean, if things stay how they are, which, with Tesla, you never freaking know. It could be a payment much more than that. We hope. But again, they just freaking declared, and they're part of Group A, and they declare in 21 days on September the 3rd. So stay tuned for that, Chico. All right, so up next is your boy Nvidia, or the Nvidia nerds, as they say. Let's see if there's any Nvidia nerd action, We go to Netflix, and it goes right to PLTY. So no trades for Nvidia. Again, when you download the intraday trades, it's probably in a different order. This is just alphabetized because my IT friend is a genius and he could do that stuff. I do not know anything about this. I need to learn it when I have more time. Of course, what is time? Who the hell has time? Nobody. I know. All right. So anyway, let's go to the trade, the Nvidia file. So how did Nvidia do yesterday? Nvidia, they went up. They went up 0.6%, and Nvidia went up 0.61%. You know what? That's a beautiful freaking day. Is that not beautiful? Look at that capture. I mean, it's not only 90%, it's above 100%. So again, a fantastic day. Now, let's take a look at their synthetic. We're right here, right? It's a 165 and a 170. Nvidia's at 183. Need I say more? Or shall I say bank, bro? Bank, bro. All right, Nvidia, how you doing on the covered calls? Not bad, man. We're hanging in. We got a 185, a 187.50. And again, just a reminder, these covered calls, they expire the Friday. All right. They expire Friday. All right. Not next Friday. I would mention that. In fact, we don't even talk about the next Friday calls, unless it's a Saturday video. So just always keep that in mind. I would also highlight them red. All right. Just in case people are wondering, oh, when do they expire? When do they expire? Because I get that question on X all the time. Well, if they expired next week, I probably wouldn't even have it in there because I don't really care about next week. I'm thinking about today. These are weekly covered calls. All right. So anyway, these expire Friday. 3 full trading days, 1% and 2% out of the money. Is that safe? I mean, not really, but we'll see, man. We'll see. In fact, we can look at the pre-market. I know we didn't look at it for Tesla, but we can look at it. Well, we could pull up Tesla real quick, actually, before we pull up Nvidia. All right. So there's Tesla. How you doing, Tesla? What are you doing today? Are you going to pull up or are you just going to be mean? Actually, I don't even know how the internet. Oh, I got full internet connection here. Wow. Damn. All right. So Tesla is up. Wow. It's up 0.59%. All right. That's okay. I guess it's chilling. So how's Nvidia doing? Nvidia Corp, as they say. Oh, a little red there. Down 0.13%, 182.92. Of course, guys, this is as of 5:36 a.m. So take it for what it's worth. I know things going to change. But all right. So what the heck were we saying? We talked about obviously the cover calls 1% and 2% out of the money. It's tight and they're down in the pre-market. So that's okay. That's good. All right. So now look at that synthetic. Man, oh man, it's worth 177 mil. The price per share $1.63. I mean, that's the definition of bank, bro. So both Tesla and Nvidia, man, they're killing it on the synthetic. When are they going to cash it out? I mean, who the hell knows? The value of the Nvidia fund, again, it's approaching that 2 bill mark, but today is declaration date. I mean, any minute now, you're probably going to find out what they're paying, and tomorrow they'll drop. Again, that cash All that cash, where is it? Where's that cash bucket? Here it is, 180 mil. How much of that is coming out to pay you suckers, you Nvidia freaking nerds? You want your damn distribution? All right, so anyway, yeah, obviously the fund will drop by the amount of how much they're paying. So yeah, 2 bill may have to wait a little longer. I mean, Nvidia is red today anyway, so it doesn't look like it's happening today anyway. All right, the NAV is 1796, trade price 1796. I bet you Nvidia fund manager's waiting. He's like, yeah, I'm coming for you. Because remember, Nvidia used to be the GOAT. All right, 30-day IV for Nvidia, 41%. Forward 7-day, ew, 34%. So yeah, that's not fantastic. Declaration date is today. Again, I did my guess. Who the hell knows what they're going to pay? And, it is what it is. And then they'll declare again in 28 days, of course, on September 10th. So stay tuned for that. Chicos. All right, up next, you know who's next. What did you do to your cone? All right, so we're all a bunch of freaking Cony heads here. Whether you own it or not, you're just a Cony head, because we're definitely not normal. All right, what do we got? We got Chippy, and then we jump right to Crash. All right, you know what's not there? No Cony heads. It's all right, man. I'm fine with no trades. I'll take it all day. It's all good. It's all right. All right, coin, you went up you went up 0.93%. You know what Cony did? They said, all right, son, I'm going to go up 1.2. So are we just whooping ass or what? Not only did they go up more than our 80% rule or 90, whatever rule we have with, they went up more than 100%. So fantastic day for Cony. I mean, the Cony heads needed it. They did. How's their synthetic doing? Good, man. 320. Coins at 322. Again, they're not like making necessarily bank, but they're priced above it. And it's always good to see. All right. So again, covered calls. This is what we're here for. What are we doing? Are we making money? Are we losing money? Well, right now we got 3 covered call strike prices in the money. Okay. 3 of them. How many contracts? Well, let's see. About 9,800. And then the rest of them, obviously more than that, are out of the money. Anywhere from 0.74% to 6.94% out of the money. But again, we got 3 in the money. And the lowest one is 317.50. So we'll see how that works out. In fact, yeah, we do have the pre-market. We should probably pull up coin just to get an idea. Make sure there's no surprises, no super green. But we got a little green. We got 0.82% increase on the pre-market action. Again, this is as of 5:40 a.m. A lot of things can change though. All right. So let's move on. Let's go down here. Here's the synthetic on the paper. It's worth about 11 cents per share. Again, we said it wasn't going to be much. The value of the Cony fund is 1.3 bill. The NAV is 746. Trade price 747. 30-day IV 54%. 7-day forward IV 60%. So that's good. It's on the up and up. And income estimate negative. Sorry, negative, sir. All right, Group C though, they declare next week on 8/20. So, hey man, where's that income coming from, bro? All right, when we look at this, when there's not income to be had, what are they going to pay? Probably the IV. So let's get that IV up and let's get some bank up in her. All right, up next, you know who's up. The Simcy suckers. All right. Sorry, I could be a little more obnoxious when I'm pre-recording because I'm not live. So I'm just talking to myself in the garage. When I'm live, I feel like, plus the baby's sleeping above my head typically when I'm live. So I'm a little more calm. I may be a little more obnoxious on the pre-records. So if that bothers you, I'm so sorry. Not really, but you know what I mean. All right. Anyway, SMCY for the Simcy suckers. Buy call, sell put, sell call. What does that mean? Those 3 transactions, they're adding to their synthetic. 1,500 contracts, adding to the 45 synthetic, right? Not the 60. I'm pretty sure. I think they still that 60, right? But yeah, new money, baby, new money. All right, they did also buy credit call spread action. All right, what's this? Buy to close 10,000 contracts. They closed out 6 cents. Chump change, baby, on a Tuesday, 6 cents. I mean, damn, that's a bargain. But look at the strike, man, 52. You know, you see it's at 46. So again, they did not open anything though. They left it alone. Again, that I like it. I like it. You know why? Because in case today, if SMCI goes up, when they sell that call, they can get that strike price a little higher. If SMCI goes down, it's like, damn. But let's see. You know what? Let's look at it now. Let's cheat. Let's see. Let's look at the super micro nerdy computer. All right, we're low red. Look, it's only down 0.04%, but we'll see how the day goes, man. All right, so let's go. SMCI. Oh, wow. They went up 2.65% yesterday. SMCY, they went up 2.49%, 93% capture. That is amazing. Again, it's an amazing capture day yesterday, I have to say. All right, how's their put doing? Well, their 45 is fine. Their 60, not so fine. Again, it's less than 50% of the position, but damn, that gold digger, what she want? 41 mil. She take my money. This is a gold digger, right? Right? Why? Because the dude, you know, the other half, he only has 1.8 million to his name. So this is truly a freaking gold digger. Why didn't I sing this the whole song? Well, because luckily someone has a brain and it's the 45 and it's keeping this afloat. So you saved yourself a whole song verse. All right, so how are the covered calls doing? That's the important piece. That's why we're here, bro, right? We sell weekly calls. Are we making money? Well, we're still out of the money. So yeah. We got a 48, a 48.50, a 49.50, and a 50. 3 to 7% out of the money. Are we safe? I don't know. But that's not a bad spot to be in for sure with 3 trading days. We got this. All right. So what's the value of the Simcy fund? 337 mil. The NAV 1729, trade price 1730. Great. All right. So synthetic on the paper. Again, overall negative, unfortunately. But the IVs, let's take a look. 30-day IV, 58%. Yeah, look at this sucker. 7-day forward IV. What does that mean? Well, then hopefully, again, the new contracts that they open, they're getting this juicy ass IV, 67%. So that's what we want, man. That's what we want. And by the way, the income estimate so far, again, it may be taken away with that awful synthetic, the 60. But still, right now we can enjoy it. $1.60. If they paid us $1.60, that is a 119% yield. But again, they don't declare until 14 days on August 27th. Suckers. Okay. All right. This seat is not comfortable, especially when I'm leaning like this. Oh man, this is rough. I'm gonna have to. I need like a lower seat now. All right. Anyway, I should take a picture of my garage setup for you guys and post it later. I think it's pretty funny, actually. All right. Anyway, how's Palantir doing? I don't know. All right, but before we get to that, let's look at the trades. P, right? PLTY. Hi. All right, here we go. By the close. Oh, damn. 480. That ain't cheap. All right, so they got not blown through necessarily, but they did not win that trade. They closed it early and they paid a pretty penny and they sold a call in the same week. They decided, you know what? Palantir's nuts. We can't stop it. Let's roll this strike price up to 190 and we can capture hopefully more of the upside. Right, broskies? All right, that's 13,000 contracts, by the way. That's a pretty penny. And you know what? We're going to cheat again. We're going to look at the pre-market. All right, that's what we do. Pre-market. All right, let's go. PLTR. Palantir Technologies, Inc. All right. Yeah. I mean, who can stop this freaking thing? Right? Everyone says, oh my God, this company is overvalued. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Okay, whatever. As we sit here going up and up and up, that's fine. Sit there, say what you want, right? Anyway, they're up 0.81% in the pre-market. They're sitting at 188.49. Chico. Okay, Chico. All right. So what did Palantir do yesterday? Just, nothing much. It went up 2.29%. Just another day, right? PLTY went up 1.87%. Again, it tried. It did its best, but it did capture over 80%. It captured 81.62%. So that's pretty good. Now, look at this synthetic. I mean, really, bro? This thing needs to be cashed out. This is like, damn, bro. Damn. It's a 140 synthetic. It's a 919 expiration. I mean, the expiration date is still over a month away. Obviously, that's why it's still open. There's no rush, right? But when they do cash this sucker out, we'll get into the numbers in a sec. It's going to be pretty. All right, what about covered calls? Because we want to win them too. I know our synthetics making bank, But again, we're greedy. We want to win. We want every single dime, right? We want to win every trade. But we have a 185 that's 1.05% in the money. Okay, okay. Just, we'll see how it goes. We also have a 187.50, 0.28% out of the money, and then a 190, 1.62% out of the money. So we'll keep an eye on those. All right, what's the value of the PLTY fund? 668 mil. The NAV, 77.90, trade price 77.96. Here we go. Here's the big numbers. Synthetic. On the paper, it's worth 171 mil. The per share price, 1997. I know, it's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. All right, 30-day IV, 45%. 7-day forward IV, it's going up to 48%. So that's good. What are they paying? Again, today's declaration date. Again, I'm pretty sure I said $6, right? 6 something. So God forbid they pay 3. Don't yell at me. I don't know. I'm sure you know by now anyway. So by the time this video comes out. But whatever, man, it is what it is. The end of the fiscal year is coming, so I got to keep that into consideration. End of fiscal year is 10/31, right? So we got to get that pretty penny. We got to get that little nice something, little something. All right. Anyway, they will declare again in 28 days, just like Nvidia on September the 10th. Okay, great. Now, let's take a look at Ulti. What did Ulti do yesterday? Hey, Ulti, how you doing? Well, I'm just going to look at the trades, what they do, in and out, in and out. Who made money? Well, AI on the put side alone, they actually made money. Again, do I trust this data? I guess I do. GLXY made money, but Oklo, man, 4.3 mil too. Nice income right there. A couple others made some money in and out. You did not make money. They lost 5.8 mil. But overall for the day, Ulti brought in a realized income of 7.5 mil. At least that's what I'm showing. That's what I'm showing, right? I guess I could double check that. 7.5 mil. If I go to the trades here, right? You go down to Ulti. And no, okay. So, but again, I think there's other things here. Like, was it not picking up? And I did not see MSTR in that. Did you? No, it was there. Okay. What is it not picking up? 7.5 mil. All right. So we go edit. 2999. But we go to the filters, ETF. What's the condition? Yeah, just not none. All right. Oh, no, that's for that part. Okay. And then this, what the heck is this? Status call invalid ticker. Do I have any blanks under there? No. All right. So obviously I have to double check something. Upstart, Tesla, SMCY. Was SMCY in there? It was. Yeah. Okay. So pain in the ass. You try to automate something and God forbid, right? God forbid. But we will check it out. We'll confirm the numbers later on. Anyway, let's take a look at Ulti Holdings, assuming at least this can handle it. What are we holding still? We got AST Mobile, 5% of it. And, again, nothing new. I'm just keeping an eye and see if there's anything new that pops up, but I don't see anything unusual. I'm also going to track the Ulti assets under management. That's totaling up to 3.1 billion. That is billion. I want to see if they're going to catch Misti. All right. That's the coverage on the YieldMax funds. Now I'm going to get into my options trades. Again, these are my personal options trades. Feel free to stay or click off if you don't care about my options trades. Again, my goal long term, I'm going to do a lot of coverage personally on options trading because I think everyone needs to learn about options trading. And I understand, believe me, I completely understand not having time. I completely not understand just wanting to pay someone to do it, but it is very helpful to at least learn it. You don't have to do it, but at least understand it. And that way you know what you're investing in, right? Sometimes you have to learn by doing, unfortunately. So But again, I love to trade. I love to talk about my trades. I love to teach, options, at least what I know. I stay in my own lane. I don't teach things I don't understand. But this is all I really want to know. I'm an income investor, so I really try to produce the income. I don't go for the big hits. I'm not buying calls. I'm not going for the lottery tickets. I'm just a seller. I sell calls. I sell puts. All right. So anyway, let's get to it. So yesterday was the 12th. So you can see I did not add any Misti trades. I have 3 calls pending on Misti with an 18, a 19, and a $20 strike price. Misti price is sitting at 19.19. So again, the expiration date on these is August 29th, which falls after the next ex-dividend date. So these could be assigned. These couldn't be assigned. We don't know. But again, I don't care. I do not care. I made the decision that, because I was just buying and holding Misti. It was just kind of just chilling there. But you know what? You know, you're gonna earn me premium. You're not just gonna sit there anymore, Misti. You're gonna earn me premium. If it's at the risk of losing you, then so be it. All right. So how much premium did I earn so far in these 3 calls? If you're wondering, if you highlight them, $177. Again, why not? I got 600 shares. I'm selling calls on 300. If Misti goes up above 20 today, like to 21, I'll sell another call. I'll do a 21. Why not? I'll go up $1 domination. Because why? I like that scatter to do, so I'm scattering the hell out of it. And if all 4 get assigned, again, I don't care. I'm not falling in love with anything here. I'm all about income. Greedy bastard, give me the income. All right, what about TSLL? TSLL, as you saw, was, green. They were green. But they did go red for a little bit. They were up and down all around. So when they were at red at some point, I did sell a put because why? Well, let's look. All right. My covered calls, I have 800 covered calls. I have 800 shares. Every single share has a covered call linked to it. I can't sell calls. But what I can do is I can sell a put. However, selling a put on a green day, not something I like to do. But if you look at TSLL chart, the chart here, this is like the 1 year. See how high it went? See how far down? Yeah, we're still down, man. We're still overall down if you think about it. You may not think it's going to recover back to that, but we can look at the Tesla chart too. I think I have the Tesla chart. Kind of same thing. I know it's coming back up. Again, these leverage funds, yeah, they don't go 1-to-1. On a daily basis, they do the 2x, but when they rebalance, things kind of get screwed up. So these are not really long-term plays, which is why you got to do I'm in and out options trades. Again, if I own them, great. Sell calls, let it go. All right. So whatever. So anyway, I sold a long-term one. Again, this one expires on 9/12. So this is my first trade for 9/12. Again, I'm doing further dated positions now because it's a better strategy. And I'll get into the specifics at some point. But the stock price is what, 12.74. I sold the put at 11 because I'm comfortable with that price. 13% out of the money. What's the delta on that? It was a 0.23. That paid me 53 cents per share, and that yielded me, again, calculating it on an annualized basis, based on how much I'm putting up, based on the time, how much would this be annually? Again, I'm putting up $1,100 for how many days? Well, the DTE is 31 days, so approximately a month. So if I made $53 on $1,100 every month, that's essentially an annualized yield of 56%. Fantastic, right? Is that not fantastic? I think it is. All right. So anyway, for TSLL, I'm bringing in what, $136 so far for this week. So I'll take it. All right, TNA, how you doing? Well, yeah, they're 812. I did 3 trades yesterday? Maybe. I don't know if these dates are right, but maybe. Again, I'm showing 3 calls yesterday, which means what? Well, it means I think this is supposed to be 811, right? Because this is a rolling order. No, strike 40. These are rolling. No, yeah, these were rolling orders. The 40 and the 41. All right, I don't know. Maybe I did them yesterday. I can't remember. Doesn't really matter. But it's showing that I sold a call for 41 strike. Okay, would that bring in $30? 29% yield. But if you look here, guys, I'm going to show you something. See this 33 and this 34? They expire Friday. All right, these are in the money. What's the as at in the money? 13 and 10%. Okay. oh, that's going to get called, right? If I leave it alone for Friday, it's going to get called. In fact, if I leave it alone for Wednesday and Thursday, it may get assigned early, or Friday morning, it may get assigned early. But you know what I said to myself? I said, you know what? These shares are gone anyway, right? These are gone. There's nothing I can do except roll them. So I did a rolling order on those two trades. So this 33 and the 34, you see this? I rolled them out to 829. And since I did that, I still got money. They still paid me money to roll them. Same strike, just further expiration. So if you look here, if you look at the top left under the formula bar, right? I'll point the arrow there. It shows I got a 458 credit for the new transaction. I paid 396 to close the old. So I got 62 cents on that one. And then the other one, I got a 383 credit for the new. I paid 308 for the old. So in the end, for those two, just to roll them, I could have let them go. I could have got the cash. As you know, I need some cash in the account. But again, I'm having fun with this, man. I'm just rolling them. I'm just beating the crap out of these shares. I got another 137 bucks, another 137 on shares that are basically I consider gone. So why not, man? Why not? Does anyone have an answer besides if you're desperate for the cash? Which again, I'm freaking, it's fine. I'm not desperate for the cash. I just kind of needed it in general. But yeah, that's what I did yesterday. And then I finally closed this put. This put has been like open forever. I opened it on 8/1. It expired 8/22. I closed it yesterday. All right. $26 put. It's freaking way out of the money. I finally got a good deal. All right. I got 3 cents, because before it was like 6 cents, over 5. I'm not paying you freaking $5, $6, but $3, fine. I'll do that. So I paid $3. I closed it early and I collected 94% of the premium. Ended up with a 63% yield in that trade. So again, good stuff right there. How much did I make on TNA for the week so far? $202. Again, good. That's good money. So weekly income, I am showing that I have made is $378. My goal, again, assuming none of that Misti gets assigned early, my goal is 224. So 378 exceeds it now. I have a surplus of 153. So technically, I don't have to do any trades. I really don't. But I'll keep an eye. And good thing, because I'm in the office today. I'm not gonna have time for crap. But now I did add this new tab. This is for the open positions. It's freaking 6 a.m. already. Good Lord. This is why I have to start at 5. But these are my open positions. You can see I have the calls, 2 calls in the money on TSLL. And then another call down here. So 3 calls in the money on TSLL. As you know, I have 800. I have 800 shares and 800 contracts selling calls. So the fact that only 3 are in the money, that's pretty good, right? So they are scattered all over the place. And then if you look at TNA, how's that one doing? Again, I got 600 shares. All 600. I didn't actually show you guys that, but all 600 have covered calls. So you can see I can't sell any calls anymore because again, we're in a green market. But the difference this time, the last green market, I sold aggressive calls. Everything got called away and there was nothing I could do. But now I'm like, you know what? Like, look at these. I got a 40, I got a 41. These are still 5 and 8% out of the money. So you know what? I'm capturing some freaking upside, So why not? Why not? I'm playing it a little different. I feel like I'm getting smarter now just a little bit with my options trades. I love being a degenerate, but I gotta control myself, just a little. Which I think, adding the weekly goal helped me out because before I was just haywire. I'm like, I gotta get more money, more money, more money. I gotta beat last week. But who gives a crap about last week? All I gotta do is beat I'll call it conservative income goal based on my goal is a 50% annualized yield on my money. It's as simple as that. And I think that's very doable. Okay. So that's the update. I wanted to update these numbers. I was trying to pull up my brokerage on here, but I don't trust it because I'm trying not to pull up too much information. Again, when I'm recording, and as you guys know, I don't edit. So I'm just going to do it on my phone while we talk. So I'm going to update some balances. Overall balance did increase, a fair amount. Again, we're in a green market, so I can't really complain. 55,000 $4.71. Okay, available cash. What are we showing? We're about 12,000 now, 12,204. Again, because I did make some options premium, and that does go to the cash bucket right away. So available cash, 22% of the portfolio. However, there are pending puts, as you know. So that would be something that your brokerage would probably consider cash on hold. That's what it shows on mine. I use Charles Schwab. So that's 4,300, which that is what, 35% of the total cash. So again, yes, I have actual cash now of 7,900. Is that a lot? No, not really. Why? Because look at the market, man. It's been super freaking green. So people are going to take profits at some point, right? So you just want to have a little more cash. However, I do consider that I have more cash because I have so many calls in the freaking money that, there'll still be a sign. I'll still get the cash if I really wanted to. So I could always just let them get a sign. I don't know. Again, we're going to play it out. We'll see. And then I have withdrawable margin. So let's check out that number. That number increased as well, 24,412. And again, if my cash position increases, of course, my margin is going to increase, right? Because you can borrow on cash a fair amount as opposed to, money just sitting in funds. And then I have, how much margin I could borrow on, for trading only. That number really went up. It went up to 81,374. Where is it? 0.87. So yeah, that's a big number, man. So what is that saying? That says I can trade. I could use $80,000 right now and buy something. Obviously, that's stupid. I would not do that. But withdrawable margin, that's the number I use. Why is that the number I use? Number one, I feel like it's safer. Number two, I actually pay bills out of this account. So when you say withdrawal, that's money leaving the account, hence like a withdrawal. So I have to make sure this number is high. Right now, it's 44% of what? The total balance, right? So that's good, right? That's good. 24,000. My balance is 55. Obviously, yeah, I could safely play and use that money. And at the same time, I have actual cash of 7,900. So even if we were to go red now, technically I could use $32,000 buying that dip, selling puts. So I'm not worried one bit. That's kind of like why I'm still rolling those calls. I'm having fun with it. It's a good time, man. I'm telling you, trading options, and I'm not just saying this, right? It's freaking fun. Like it is so much fun. And people say, "Oh, what are you gonna do when you retire?" I'm gonna trade options all the time because it's fun. Obviously, I'm gonna make content for you guys too, but the content is trading options, really. So it all just works. So again, I love it. I love it, and I'm happy to do whiteboard videos. I really am. I just, I'm still working full time, so it's just. You guys know how that is. We don't have to get into that. But I'm going to have to end the video because I got to get my ass to work. So as always, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. And this video right here, fun and entertainment, baby. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, then yeah, man, I don't know. Come back tomorrow and we'll try to entertain. Will I go live tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe. It depends. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. While we're talking, let me pull up TNA, see what that. Oh my God, this thing, TNA, again, small cap 3x Russell, it's insane. It's up another 2%. You see why I sold these calls far out of the money? Oh my goodness. Like what is happening? Again, these are in the money. These things are getting assigned. See, that's another that I'll roll this. Remember, I got that premium of 33, 34. If they take it early now, fine. At least I got that money when I rolled it, right? They won't take it now. It expires 8/29. But hey, you never know. And then I got this 40. These 41s. These are not safe by any means. But hey, we'll see how it goes, man. But again, this is fun. Is this not fun? I mean, hopefully you guys are having fun, at least listening to me. Most of you trade options anyway. I know that, but for those of you that don't, I'm telling you, man, it's worth learning. Where they always ask, where do you learn it? I don't know. Just go to YouTube, type options for beginners, right? Maybe I'll come up. Maybe Maybe I'm your best option. Maybe there's other people that can explain it better for your, people learn differently. People learn better from other people. I'm not saying learn from me, but I do have several options trading for beginners videos in my playlist if you prefer to learn through me. Obviously, but I would recommend just going to YouTube, type options trading for beginners and search around, man. There's a lot of great freaking YouTubers that a lot of them are over your head too, over my head at least. They just they use, I don't know, they just jump ahead. That's not beginner shit. Beginners stuff, that's, come on. Anyway, let me finish this freaking video. So we said not financial advice, guys. Do your own research. Talk to a professional if you need to. But again, this is just for fun and entertainment, this video. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have a video question, type video question, followed by the question. All right. Outside of that, I got nothing. Ain't nothing but a keyword. All right. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it to myself and all these other suckers out there, you got to say the keyword. So keyword is I guess we'll do should we do, I don't know, garage? There you go, because we're back in the garage. And you know what? No. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me change it. I wanted to say again, thank you to Mike Co. Where is it? There he is. He's the keyword today. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it to myself and all these other suckers out there, let's thank Mike Co. I know he just joined YieldMax this week on Monday, but he was kind enough to come on just my channel of all channels, right? He's a big name, so he didn't have to do that. So I appreciate him, Jay, and everyone for setting that up. But today's keyword, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it to myself and all these other suckers, you got to say thank you, Mike Co. We appreciate you, and we look forward to more videos of you. He's going to get around, guys. He's going to be interviewing on several channels. So check him out. It's going to be a good time. All right. He should be on the spaces today with Wolf Financial at 12 p.m. I'll try to be there if I can. But yeah, that's always a good time as well. Wolf Financial, they're great people. I met them in New York as well. So shout out to Wolf Financial on X. If you don't follow them, you should. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. Hopefully this worked. 57 minutes. All right. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you watching. I appreciate your ongoing support as we grow this channel. Sky's the limit, right? Who would have thought, this channel would be even this far? But again, thank you all for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Happy Declaration Day, by the way. Happy Declaration Day. Bye-bye.